pretty sure you was at company a few times we went to.
Yeah.
You know, that was the spots for the day
no.
community, my people, my community. We just adopted you. I've been a part of it. He lucky he finally told me he was gay. I was just gonna go get me a gay best friend too.
Oh, they can't hear us?
Oh,
Are we getting our intro?
No, you remember what happened last time?
Oh, we haven't fixed that.
I actually
Took
was
it off.
I actually was quiet this time to wait for it, and it was y'all that talked this time. Well, what is up, everybody? We are live. You're tuning into Horizontal Refreshments, the wettish podcast around. Bring you all things, all sex, all the time. And if you don't know by now, I am Jamal P.
I am Donnie Don Akeem, whichever you prefer.
Britt Brett, short and sweet.
Period.
And we have a very special guest with us here right now. Our other guest will be arriving a little fashionably late, but it's gonna be great when he pop up. But we have Rocky in the building. Say what's up, Rocky.
Hello, everyone.
Yes,
Already getting started.
I love it.
It's been sitting up there. Doug missed his wife.
Oh, hi, baby.
So sorry, that happened to happen in the middle of Rocky's introduction. So to reiterate, we have Rocky here with us. I see you, Donnie, with the candy apple red tips from New York.
The hot
Girl, you know
Cheeto
you look
red.
ridiculous with them candy apple red tips. Girl, this ain't candy apple red. This pink. Child.
Now you know you can't say that type of stuff while I'm sipping.
Sorry, but welcome, Rocky.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm great.
I hope so. It took you a while. You had to marinate on it, huh?
I had a flashback of my day, but I'm fine now.
Over there in prevention.
It's great. I love it.
Over on Plankington.
So, short story to people who don't know is that Rocky and I were teammates for like 2 weeks. And I referred Rocky to the position and then transferred positions on him. And so now Rocky is the lead, but he don't really know nothing because he just started. So he gets the pressure of learning.
Yeah,
It's okay.
great.
Such is life.
Yeah.
That's just life. You gotta be adaptable. My allergies are kicking my ass, by the way, so I sound a little stuffy.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
I don't
Lord.
Well, I didn't hear it until you did that. I was just about to say I didn't hear it. But
Right here now. Hopefully
Right.
it'll go
I woke
away.
up this morning and immediately took 2 allergy pills.
I know. I
like,
should have, especially going.
I was
like-
So y'all went to sleep last night? How did that feel?
I got some. I wouldn't say I got a full night of sleep. I got some.
Yes,
Get
jean
up.
jacket.
I had
Yeah.
to sleep without my husband and daughter being home, so it felt weird.
Oh, you was by yourself?
Yeah.
Was MJ there?
Yeah, but it still was weird. MJ, first of all, MJ was knocked the fuck out. We just got her a new bed, so she was sleep. She didn't give two
Okay.
fucks about me at all. So
For those that don't know, MJ is her dog.
I
So-
definitely was gonna ask if it was a pet, but I didn't want to
my little
offend.
shorty. She's
I
a
wanna
Shih Tzu
offend
and
somebody.
Yorkie mix, little white dog that Doug got me a few years ago.
Okay, I assumed, but I didn't want to, because I was gonna be like, "Is that a dog?" And he was like, "No, that's actually my cousin." I'm like, "Oh,
No.
sorry."
It's my fur baby. It's my first baby.
No.
Yes, God. So we are well, I am. I'm gonna speak for myself. I am in a good mood because well, I can't speak for you, girl.
Yes, you can. You do it. Else
Okay, so we in a good mood, me and Brittany.
the twins.
I'm in a good mood too.
Okay, so we are in a good mood.
We are.
We all voted and we are all in a good mood.
So we're in a good mood. We are about to go on a cabin trip, well, a beach house trip for Moi's birthday. And I couldn't be more excited to be drunk. So
Yes.
starting
Drunk
tonight.
and
You know, the first
twerking.
night of a trip is always, to me, the funnest night of the trip.
It is.
Really?
Yes, the first night is always
It
the
is.
funnest night. Because it's like, usually the first night is no agenda. It's like you just get there, pick your room. Well, ain't nothing to pick. I mean, guess they could pick their bunks. But
That's
Second night
important.
in Houston was my favorite night when you
the
got
second
lost.
night, no, the second night was the night I got lost. Yes, it
That's
was
my
the funnest
favorite
night in
night.
Houston. But that's because I left y'all on the first night. I'm gonna go see Ken.
You left
The
us
first
the second night too. Got your ass lost.
Well, excuse me. I was gonna see Ken on the first night, so shout out to Ken.
Who's that again?
Ken is my friend from Houston.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I went to see him on the first night. I chilled with him, and Brittany and Lauren. What did y'all do?
I really don't remember.
Child. Unimportant.
Exactly.
Next case.
Right. When am I not? I'm right now.
Yeah, so we are planning. Well, we're not even planning. So we're gonna talk about some
speaking
really
of devil, hey Ken.
good stuff. Okay, Ken. Yes, nice to. I think I don't know if I mentioned.
You didn't meet
before.
him. You were out of town the weekend
Oh,
Ken
yeah.
came. Yeah, he met everybody.
He came to one of our recordings.
No, he came to when me and Joe, when you and me were a guest on Joey's show.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he never met Jamal. I
You
mentioned
hear too
Jamal
much.
to him,
Right.
but he never met Jamal. Jamal was in Tennessee.
Probably.
Always jet set.
attempt to
Right.
be places.
I would say you're an international hoe, but you in a relationship.
Well,
That don't stop you from calling me a hoe.
That's different. You ain't committed yet.
Oh,
Y'all don't fully count.
okay.
You're not gonna discredit my
I was
shit.
like, oh,
But
So- well,
Listen,
no.
you know, if I had my way, you would be cuffed. So don't play.
Terrell, she loves you.
all right. Tell us some
Exactly.
more. No.
Y'all practically be married.
Right, but speaking of commitment and relationship and stuff like
What
that,
happens, Keisha?
today's episode is about dating apps.
Sex apps as well. 'Cause
Right.
there are some apps dedicated strictly to sex.
Yeah, or potentially.
Dang, we
Wait,
should've
which
asked when
one?
We talk about the app story we recently just heard about
What was that?
in the group text.
What did we hear about? Are we allowed to say?
I don't know. That's why I said we should have asked.
Oh, well, we're going to go with a no. And we'll discuss that in the car ride. So are y'all bringing the podcast to the South? He wants us, we're going to Houston and it was supposed to be last week of May, Memorial Day weekend, but since my new position, thank you, Pisces season, period. Ow. But we're going the first week of June now. So they want us to do the podcast virtually, like me, Brittany down in Houston, you up here. And I'm just like, I don't know, because I plan on being drunk the entire
I
vacation.
don't
Well,
understand
just
what's
be a
wrong
drunk
with being
episode.
drunk recording.
I mean, we were kind of tipsy that last one.
Well, we was on Joey knows how to get you drunk on his, child. I feel like when we, even though
That last shot was Jamal.
Right, and we had kind of less. Well, we still have responsibility, but Joe was kind of running. So I'm like, I'm just about to drink.
I feel like even though we drink on our podcast, like I never felt drunk leaving here until Joey's like,
Yeah.
love your hair, cousin. I think you know what, you can't never just give me a straight compliment. Thank you, cousin.
Hello, come here. Yeah,
Nah,
but
Jeff
so
going crazy doing.
I guess back to like the apps. So sex app. So I guess what's the difference between a sex app?
So
and a
I
dating
found an app. He said that he can guest star, Lord.
app?
Ken, I don't know if they're ready. And you was camera shy last time. You have to get on camera. But I found an app that was strictly about like glory holes.
Oh.
So
it's
it's my kind
called-
of app.
Yes.
How did you find it?
Googling, I mean not Googling, but going to the app store and looking at Jacked and seeing if there was anything other than Grindr or Jacked that you could download to you know, if you wanted to like hook up or date or whatever the case may be. And I came across it. I forget what it's called.
That is
But clearly it's not on my phone anymore, but I would have to
I was looking at him like,
You might get killed trying to do research for the show.
no, I'm gonna do my research for the show now. But it was
Pray for your safety.
it was strictly dedicated to men sticking their penis in walls and
wow. And
random
they show
men
like the
fucking.
locations of where they are.
It's called Hole. I just look literally I type in
Oh.
Jacked and Hole is the second
Oh.
the second one, but it's
Oh,
not as
shout out.
popular in Milwaukee because I tried it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because there aren't too many here. I wish I would have knew about that a couple like a year ago or something. Or less than a year ago. I guess. 'Cause
No, a year ago because y'all started talking last March.
but I was still in my relationship in March, like the beginning of March.
Oh yeah, we both broke up in the same month.
And I think at this week, at this point of the week might have been the week that I did it, or I can't remember.
No,
But-
because you did it after me because I'm good at dates. So please Don't kill me,
So
child.
I'm
But
still my relationship.
March 23rd was the day that me and my ex broke up, and then y'all broke up like a week later. So it had to be like it was almost April.
Dude, man is like Rain Man with dates. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna get into work, but that's one reason why I feel like I'll be good in my position because it does require you to remember dates.
Right, like
and
you
I-
have an appointment.
So
Hey, you
if-
missed it.
Any of y'all like caught somebody you was dating or talking to on one of these apps?
Oh,
Is that considered cheating?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
yes, it
Like,
is.
you on there to make, unless they on there to make friends, but
No, fuck that. That mean it's time to beat that ass.
This is my question. It depends on what stage. Have y'all had the conversation about
Gotcha.
being exclusive?
True.
that's very true.
Because I know where you're pulling this from, and I know she's watching. But I mean, have they had that conversation? To my knowledge, I don't think they have had a conversation about exclusivity.
I'm asking y'all.
Yeah, I think it depends on the people.
We talk about that
what
today.
what they talk about. Yeah, if they had the conversation, they exclusive or not. Because I definitely like had my apps up to like maybe a certain point until we made it exclusive. I'm pretty sure like he did too, and it was what it is.
Yeah, I think that if you have those apps while you've had that conversation, you're committed, then yes. But I have a question for Rocky
Mm-hmm.
because
You real quiet over there.
No, I'm literally like fighting technology right now.
Over there looking like a mottler.
Girl, I told you.
Yeah, I always said he was cute.
Somebody's nice.
Anyway, I'm always nice to him, and he just gives me a hard time.
He
For
clearly
some
always
reason, I don't
lies.
believe that.
He clearly always lies
You
too.
can try that for somebody who ain't known him his whole life, child. I know better.
But no, Rocky. So like, I know I kind of went through it in my current relationship with having to have a jacked and grinder because of the position that we hold. Like
Mhm.
they're gonna ask you to have one. How do you feel like you'll navigate that? Like if somebody be like, I want you to delete that, and it come down to like you and your job, like
I'm like, first of all, this is for work. But yeah, I just like somebody who's in that mindset. I don't like you kind of have to like. I feel like they will have to challenge their own mindset around apps at that point because they can be used for like to be resourceful. And if you like have communicated that and they still can't like grasp a hold of that and they still like are kind of basically projecting their like insecurities, then it's like now I gotta like question like if this is a good situation for me to be in because this is work. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm not putting whoever I'm dating over where my coin comes from. So
hello,
Absolutely.
that child.
You definitely gotta make sure that bag is secure.
Right.
Because the thing is that relationships. I mean, jobs can be fickle too.
It
However,
can be.
usually if you put in the work at your job, you got it right. Relationships don't always work out that way. So I kind of need to make sure my coin is secure because if you decide you want to leave one day,
Right.
I need to be sure I'm all right.
Mhm.
So
True.
Yeah.
True.
So what dating apps have y'all all like been on or used? In
you want to go down the road? We can start rocking.
your dating life. Yeah.
My list is pathetic. Just so y'all know, I've been with the same man since I was 19. So
She
my
was
list is
around
very
before. I
pathetic.
mean, y'all
Well,
was a
there
couple
was-
before dating.
Or
It
you
was
could
a
talk about like
couple.
Black Planet, things like
Yes,
that.
that
you know,
will exactly be what I will be naming. AOL
Pax.
Messenger.
that stuff.
nigga.
all that. Blink.
Yes.
You know, you're from Milwaukee. When you hear PAX, then you know what that is.
Man, listen.
Or from a certain generation in Milwaukee.
I
should
had
say.
made the little top female page a few times. Thought I was doing
Wasn't it
something.
Caramel Delight?
Yeah, that was my name. And
I
Caramel
remember it.
Fantasy on Blink.
okay,
I
I had a
You
blink
definitely had a
page.
blink.
That was my
You had a
favorite.
Blink page. Oh, look at the baby.
Right. You were probably at the tail end.
You were saying.
You're probably the tail end.
She was
Tail end
talking.
of Blink.
Wow,
I'm just
it's
talking.
okay.
Don't let the old man put you down.
Right.
Nah.
I'm gonna be 30. I'm bitter. I wish I was 22.
Right. So, Brittany, when you were on like Black Panda AOL Messenger, like, did you ever meet up with anybody or was just chatting?
I wasn't really a meetup.
Come on, Black Planet.
Mhm.
You old enough, Black Planet?
We
No.
That
No.
was my year. That's
Back
what I said.
then, I was dating dudes way older. I ain't had no business dating. I was definitely on them apps lying about my age.
That was
child.
common back then. I feel like we the
I was
last
in 618 by 15. Like
child.
that's another story.
I feel like we the last generation where it was normalized to date older men. Like it was normal. Like you being 15 and your dude being 28. Like that was normal.
That's the gap.
You know what? I take that back. I did meet a few people off of them apps. I did meet a few people.
Which one?
But it took me a long time to meet up with them. Like I had to talk to you for a very long time before I felt comfortable. For real though.
So you met up?
And it was one of them.
Oh, you met Shannon on one of the apps? Oh, what?
So you met up with them?
He randomly started writing me on one of them one day.
How that seems to be his MO because he
I'm screaming.
Yeah, he does that.
Were you
Shout out to Shannon,
talking or were you engaging in like things when you met up?
Ooh, child. No, honey. No. Not straight out the gate, child. Absolutely not. No kissing, no none of that. No.
Yeah.
So
because you could be crazy or something. It's bad enough I'm meeting up with you.
I feel like it's very different in the gay community.
It is. I'm but not only just that, but when you've had things done to you that you didn't want, done to you, you be real guarded. You just that's just me. Not everybody is like that. Some bitches will meet a dude off the internet and do something right away. And I say more power to you. Go ahead. Like if you feel comfortable, go ahead. Yeah. But for me, after my experiences, I don't feel comfortable. I would never.
Yeah. I can't say the same.
Well, you haven't been through the same crazy ass experiences.
No, I've been through some stuff.
You have.
But this is the thing that I think differentiates us from one another is that when I went through some of the stuff that I went through, because I never looked at myself as being like a rape victim or a victim of child molestation, I didn't deal with it. So I didn't think that I was a victim of anything.
I ain't even talking about just that. I'm talking about harassment on the bus by older men. I'm going like it's way more broader than that, than just being a rape victim or being touched on, which did happen to me as well. But I'm speaking more on the harassment and things like that.
Yeah, women definitely have it worse.
Has me very guarded, and like I've had niggas try to follow me home and all types of crazy shit.
Yeah, all of that is real for like women, walking alone, stuff like that.
Well, after a while, after a couple of them experiences, you remember I stopped going home. I started going to your house after school every day because after a while I got tired of it.
Your mama would come get you from my house, from our house.
I started going to his house every day. I was like, "Fuck that!"
And I hated it home together because she got me in so much trouble.
I did. I couldn't even. That was too much energy to try to lie on that one. That I definitely did. I used to be in the kitchen like, "Ma, look, he got a hickey." I used to be snitching like, "Ma, did you hear that? He said, fuck you." Like I used to try to get him in trouble on purpose. Terrible.
So Rocky, I don't know if you sure, what apps have you been on and have you used?
Well, first of all, are you single or in a relationship? Huh?
Wait, was that a natural reaction? Or did you not want to answer
That's
that?
Rocky.
Oh,
that's Rocky. Rocky's funny as hell.
I have to confirm.
So what are your apps?
I've been on Tinder. I've been on Grindr. I was on Jack, but that was like when I was like younger than I am now.
So 3 years ago.
Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Jack just doesn't do it for me. He never did. Yeah.
So out of all, like with the Tinder, the Grindr, what was your experience on both? Did you prefer one or the other? Did you hate both? Did you like one? Like, did you ever meet up with people? Like, if you want to talk about that experience.
Yeah. So I'll just do all three that I named. Jacked. I mean, when I was younger and like hot in the pants, it was like I didn't really think much of it. It was like, oh, message, boom, whatever happens. But but like nowadays, as far as Jack goes, I just like it still looks like Microsoft 2005 to me, and so I just don't like it.
Well, once you get in good at work and you get it, they have definitely updated Jacked. It's not Microsoft 2.5 anymore.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's Windows 20.
But Grindr, I feel like it's more efficient, and I like how over the time they've kind of let you like added more identities to help you kind of like narrow down like the people who interact with you and who you interact with. I feel like out of all of them though, like Tinder, since it's like everybody uses it, it's been more efficient for me because you have to have a conversation and it's like a certain method to like catching people's attention or them catching yours. But I would say over all of them, I like Tinder better because that when I log on Tinder, it may or may not be problematic, but I feel like when I get on Tinder, I feel like it's more of like, okay, I'm on here to look for somebody that I potentially want to like get to know or date, blah blah. Because like, you know, if you're somebody that travels, like it shows you like who's in your area, and when you leave that area, you can still kind of like message those people and things like that. And I know you can do that with Grindr too, but I feel like it's different cultures.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Grindr is specific to a certain population.
Yeah,
White.
Right. And I always took I always did, at least when I was on them, I took Tinder a little bit more seriously, even though they're all technically the same thing, but I took it a little bit more seriously than
I did too, because Tinder doesn't come across as like Jacked and Grindr to me are sex apps. Tinder comes across a little bit more like I'm dating, I want to get to know people. But I was gonna ask y'all, has anyone used the Facebook dating app?
No.
Nope. Came around too late.
I just don't like when I think of that, because when I first seen it, I was like, what is happening?
Well, I just
like,
feel like, what's the point?
Yeah, I'm like, y'all done started a market.
Just use Facebook. I just
just message them.
Right. Like I just thought that was
Hey,
stupid.
this is the thing. I'm gonna tie this in because I met Terrell on the Facebook dating app.
Oh, that's so
I
sweet.
did. So
Like,
I met him, and the reason why it happened the way it happened is because the way the Facebook app is set up is that you cannot message people you're friends with. So you have to not be friends with people, but you have to have mutual friends as well. But you have to have like similar interests and stuff like that. So like, I don't know how some of these people came across because it was a lot of old, fat, white, disgusting men. I was like, you knew
Just
when
three strikes
when you clicked like, you knew that you was not getting a like back.
But you never know. Somebody like that could come across and you'd be like,
No.
I'll say I don't think he'll be like.
First of all, you know I've always shied away from fat.
Is that what you want to call it?
Wow.
I'm being politically correct.
wow. How come?
Rocky.
So lying is being politically correct. The
I'm
word
just-
is more like, ooh, child, you was fat shaming before that was like developed, hunty.
I don't know what she's talking about, but I've never been attracted to white either.
Yeah, no, God, no.
Yeah, so for a fat white man to hit me up,
You'd like a white woman before you like a white man. I feel like
that's so true.
My
you felt
experience
that girl
with
booty
white men
in
hasn't
the
been
bar.
great.
Scruff.
Huh?
My experience with white men hasn't been great, especially older ones.
Well,
I'm just gonna
I hate to
slush
bring
out
color
there.
into it, but you're dark skinned, and I feel like that has something to do with it
Yeah.
because they fetishize
Mm-hmm.
dark skinned black men. So
It's been done in my face, and I wanted to leave, and so I did.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about, but it reminded me of Scruff and the Growler, which those are two apps I have it as well.
I haven't touched those. You still,
I have.
you used to have
I still
that.
have that. No, I don't still have them. I do not still have them.
I'm saying,
I
let
do
me not you get you in
I do
trouble.
not still
I
have
heard
them.
you still.
I can't wait for this beach house.
But I definitely had Scruff and Growler because I do like chubby guys. Hey, I guess
Just
our
late with
second
your
guest is
fine
coming in.
ass. You lucky you cute.
Oh.
Oh,
Ren,
you
why
should
you
have
didn't text
messaged
nobody?
us.
Our second guest is here, Alberto.
Hello.
My
Are
baby
you live like an extra right now?
Yes, we're live. You're on camera, friend. If you look to your right,
Or
you
on
will
the
see
TV.
yourself on
This
Oh,
screen.
right,
yeah.
We were just talking about apps right now. I was talking about Growler and Scruff and how
Oh, fun.
I had them because I like bears. I like chubby guys
I'm
too.
not into that.
I'm into it
I
all.
don't mind like chubby, but it's a limit. Like
Absolutely.
I like football players, stocky kind of
Like
chubby.
stocky.
Yeah, I love that.
I like that.
I feel like because I mean I like thicker guys now. I used to be against thick and
yeah,
fat.
I remember.
But I like thicker guys now. Well, should I had to gain some weight before I
We used to argue about that all the time because you used to go in on like Faith Evans when she was still big and Kelly Price.
Well,
I can
see
see
Faith
that.
Evans' new video.
I can
But
see
we're
that.
on
You can't
the
see
sidetrack.
I
anything.
can see that.
You can't.
You
see
go in on
anything.
everyone. So
It was bad. It was bad. I used to be like,
You're
it
a
was
dreamer.
so
You dream a lot in your sleep.
It was really bad.
Whatever.
It was so bad.
But-
it was like disgusted. It was crazy. Which is crazy because you've been best friends with Virgil longer than you've been best friends with me, and he was
Virgil
always
was my
overweight.
friend, and he was okay with me saying fat people ain't shit.
Which was
At
crazy
least-
to me too.
At least he didn't. He said he was okay, but we don't know how he felt.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know what? He done lost that weight now, honey. So
That way didn't turn into muscle.
okay, try him. Call him fat now. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But I just want to be clear. These are views and opinions that I held as a
And way-
teenager.
not even a teenager. You were in grade school.
Some of this stuff was high school. I
No,
won't
some of
lie.
this was grade school.
Yes.
Like, let's.
The fat people thing
Way
was definitely
younger.
grade school.
Exactly.
The white people thing still exists to this day.
Oh, what?
So, Alberto, welcome.
Your
Yeah.
hair too. All my friends so fine.
So, Alberto.
I was
Well,
just
hold
gonna
on.
say your name. Like,
One more time.
No, I'm just saying because at work, you know, I'm getting used to them calling you by your full name. I'm like, his name Berto. They be like Alberto. I'm like, okay. Well, I gotta get used to
it
it.
is kind of weird to hear that.
Oh yes, we have some
yes.
cocktail.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Cock and
Loosen
a
you
tail.
up.
Yeah,
Loosen you
I don't think
up.
it's gonna mix well with tequila, but we will.
Oh.
I said, I
You
don't
know,
think
them
it's gonna
hoes
mix
sell
well with tequila.
Oh, you have hotel everything. So we were talking about. We actually had started with. Well, Brittany started in the middle, and then Rocky went. And since you're here, we're gonna ask you, what are some dating apps that you have used?
Look at your picture. Jesus.
Does Facebook count?
We
Use
did
the
talk
Facebook
about
dating
that.
app?
I mean, I never used it to like date. I mean, dates have happened from it,
Right.
but
Just Facebook or the dating app on Facebook?
there's a dating app on Facebook.
Oh, well, there go our answer. Apparently
There is a
there
dating app
Oh,
on
We
Facebook.
always thought it was stupid.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, like
That's
I said,
when you
it's
met
not
her.
really as a dating app, but like I've met people like through Facebook.
Right, right.
So that's the only app you've ever used to meet someone?
Not Pags, Gleam,
No.
AOL,
Grindr.
Messenger. What was the other
No.
messenger?
So I
I've
guess-
never experienced the fun.
So I guess with that, what was I guess your reasoning for never wanting to like get on the jacks, the grinders and stuff like
Well, first of all, I didn't know about it until I was like damn near grown. Probably like like grown, probably like 19, 20.
Oh, child.
Oh, that's too grown.
No, I didn't know about it until I was like 24. So
Oh, but like 19. Well, yeah, right, not like grown, but I don't know. I just never got around to it. I guess I just never.
were you in a relationship when you found out about it? What it was?
Yeah, for the person I was in a relationship with.
Okay. So yeah, you had no business on there.
Right.
But yeah, no, I just never got around to it. It looks fun.
Looks fun.
Fun.
Have
Yeah.
y'all ever tried dating anybody off of like Craigslist or anything? Didn't they have-
Craigslist.
didn't they have,
Bro,
like,
they
a-
turned off that part of Craigslist.
Right. I definitely used to go on there and like look, do the men seeking men or whatever, and then you can see pictures and stuff. But that was kind of like the tail end, like when I found out about it. So I was like in college, and then it went away.
I
wish I
met
could
someone
go
off of
back and do it.
Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a thing.
I found out about it because the person I
No.
was dating was on
I didn't
there,
get-
and I was like, oh,
I didn't
hell
get no
no
coin. No, I did get some coin when I was living in my first place. That's why I said like I have a storage child, but I did get some coin from someone, but not the man I met off Craigslist. Child. He was broke and black and lied, and his picture was fake. And it was
So
Wow.
where did y'all meet?
Craigslist.
Man, where did y'all meet up?
Oh, at my house.
Ooh.
I was bold back then. I don't think I'm still kind of fearless, but I don't think I was like ever scared Like, I'm like, if this nigga try something, I'll stab the
Same.
shit out of him.
Oh my god,
That's
you
me
always
too.
been crazy.
That's
like
why I don't be
that.
scared like that, because I'm like, I'm crazy. So.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not gonna put anybody else's business out there, but like if I meet somebody for the first time off of an app, there's knives and shit hidden around my house just in case the altercation
I
happens.
mean, I understand that, but just from my own personal experience, you can be as crazy as you want to. Sometimes you can fight as hard as you want to, and you still just lose. So
I agree.
I mean,
it's
that's
better
true.
off to be safe. Well, you know that now anyway. It's
Yeah.
better off to be safe than sorry. But
Yeah.
And I was just gonna say, I think
'cause you
that
know I'm crazy.
and that's, I guess, part of the risk of it. So it's like you kind of know the risk of it, you just deal with it. And also, I think it's the potential differences, obviously, that men and women like probably face. Where like subconsciously, we don't even probably think about those different things because the different privileges we have as men versus same where like we can walk to the corner store at 12 a.m. and not worry about nothing.
Right.
Versus like you
'Cause
probably
ain't no
won't
way
do
in
it.
hell I would. It's sad.
Me either.
So I think that's the same thing with the hooking up, because like I done, I guess, some crazy stuff and hooked up out, overseas, didn't have service, was just going to walk somewhere and I'll be back, and
I
somehow I
just
made
feel
it
like
back.
I'd be terrified.
I would.
I will automatically feel like that
I be
person
hooking
has
up in real
STDs.
life.
Like I'd have to be really fucked up.
I
be
this
thinking
is
the
why me
worst.
and
I'm
Jamal
paranoid.
friends, because child, it wouldn't scare me.
See, I'd be
It
paranoid.
wouldn't
Scared to
scare
do
me.
what? Like as far as just meeting somebody in public? When you
Meeting
on
somebody like you out,
You
on
in another country by
vacation.
yourself.
vacation in another
Yeah.
country?
I can't.
Hola.
See, this is why I have y'all, because I can just live through y'all. 'Cause I'm scared.
Right,
Okay.
There he goes.
You ain't never met a bitch like me.
You know I'm gonna be like, friend, what happened? Tell me. Shit. Let me know.
Yeah.
But I can't do it.
Has anybody had a crazy experience from? Well, those that have used it have a crazy experience. Like somebody was actually crazy.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Berto, you sound like you.
Wait, from meeting somebody on a dating app?
Yeah.
Well, I never met nobody on a dating app, but I mean, shit, there's a couple crazy motherfuckers.
And where did you meet them?
Life.
Exactly. That just goes to
Did you meet
show
any
if you
crazy
supposed to
people
meet
through
crazy,
Facebook?
you gonna meet
But
crazy.
Did you
Probably
put
got
something
more-
on them to make them crazy, or they was just crazy?
Girl, you know that. You know the answer to that. I don't know. It's just, you just encounter a lot of naturally
Crazy motherfuckers, I
Yeah.
know.
What constitutes
But that
crazy? Is it like pulling up at your job?
Like just
Pulling
doing
up
some
at
crazy
my
shit. I don't know.
house,
Everybody,
unannounced,
everybody.
standing in the rain with an umbrella,
Ooh.
looking just
Basically.
crazy as
That's a
hell
little
when I'm
CA.
telling you to go home.
I would
I got
say
company in the
just
house.
stuff that I mean, everybody to each his own on what is crazy. You know what you categorize as crazy, but shit, crazy is crazy.
To me,
It's
crazy
up,
is
it's
doing
up.
anything
It's up and it's up.
in aggressive or like I don't even want to say aggressive because sometimes crazy ain't aggressive. Like anything I didn't ask for. Like why the fuck are you here? Why are you popping up on me? Why are you here unannounced? Like why are you trying to like unless like
But have you pulled a knife on me?
yeah, all of that. So are you trying to talk
Why are
on
you
me?
singing? outside
Yes.
my window?
No, not you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
experience.
I think at least for me, like
Throwing
in
dishes
terms of
and
like
shit.
the app, I haven't had anything like too crazy, but I mean, I did. There was this one guy who I like fucked from an app. I was staying on the east side, and I only wanted it once. Like I didn't want it anymore. And then
Period.
he kept messaging me on the app, so I blocked him. And then I think he made a different profile. He was talking to me. I was like, oh, this is good. And then all of a sudden he was like, oh, just before you come over, I'm the Latin guy that you fucked before.
Oh
And
my
I'm
God.
like, block again. And then he made a different profile. And I'm thinking it was somebody else again. And he was like, I'm gonna pay you. And it wasn't even that much. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to come over. He was like, so I'm the Latin guy you fucked. And I'm like, get away from me.
Yikes.
No.
So
No,
Now that's-
reminding me of
see,
something.
that's like psychotic.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
There's a crazy like temper crazy.
Yes.
There's psychotic.
But he
there's
just
different-
wanted it.
That's
You can miss me with
one
both
for
of them.
cuckoo's
To each
next
his own
crazy.
categorize that.
What you were gonna say, Rocky?
That reminded me of something. I think it was the last actual pride we had, and
2019.
Yeah.
We remember it.
Yeah.
Ring
Like it was the
bells.
last one.
Right.
So you know how we perform in like certain outfits and stuff like that, and we like be hot by the like time we done, and we just walk around. So we was doing that, and we was walking past this group of like older white men, I think, and one of them, he was like tall, and he was like, "Hey, I remember you." I was like, "I don't even know you." Like, what? And he just like was so
Creepy.
adamant. He's like, "You don't remember me?" Blah blah blah. And I literally didn't know this man, and he was just so adamant about it. And I was just like, "That's crazy. Like, I don't even know you, and you're like trying to force me to like know
Force
you.
me to know you.
Like, I have no
That
idea who
privilege,
you are."
honey.
Yeah, and there actually reminds me, there was this white guy. What's his name? His name was Will. He's in the community.
Hey, Will.
And I
Get your life.
another
William.
another guy I fucked. And actually, so I could just lay it out. So I actually fucked this person with my coworker at the time at UWM. So it was like a threesome, whatever. And so we both
Do your stuff.
topped the person. And every time he would just continue to reach out to me. He was like, "Oh, you were such a good top, and I just want it again." And I'm like, and I just didn't want another case where I didn't want it again, but he kept reaching out to me to try to get it again.
Situations when you fuck somebody once and they keep wanting it, like, child, like, I'm a big person that finds like context clues. Like, if this person don't want it, I could tell. Like
don't call
Man,
me.
listen.
Right,
Like,
Before I met Douglas, I used to kill niggas with that. Like, one and done. They was so confused. You don't want to stay and cuddle? No, nigga. I gotta go
Oh my
work in the
god,
morning.
that
I'm
is so
out.
annoying.
Like,
Like, you hook up with somebody once, and it's just like,
all of a sudden,
I don't
they
know
just
what I
think you
did,
theirs.
but you need to
Right.
stop messaging me back to back
I know.
and asking me like, "Are you looking for a boyfriend?" No.
Right.
We didn't even-
Blow
gay
my
community,
phone
they want a
up.
boyfriend off of not even a day one fuck. Like, I didn't have in mind a boyfriend when I was talking to you. Like, I thought we were just fucking.
Back
Right.
when
That's
I
the
was
thing.
I was always the one pressured into a relationship. I was never the one really pushing the agenda. I didn't really care.
Child, these men.
That makes me not attracted to you anymore.
Absolutely, such a turn off.
Right. So what do y'all think is the like biggest flaw with all the dating apps that we mentioned, or the ones that we don't?
That
because
they market
people don't
they-
go on there to date.
I was just about to say that they market themselves as
Like-
dating app, but they're really sex apps.
It's like
So
it's like you're on there to meet people, but your whole fucking sex desires are in your bio.
Right.
but I
Maybe.
can't say
You're not looking for that type of date.
I'm a top. I love
Right.
visiting in town
If
for
you
the
want that,
weekend.
just say
Just say that, right? Stop
You know,
I
bullshitting.
will
would it's
say-
a misconception of what people say that they're on there for. Very much so.
But I think people are being more honest now than they were initially. Like, now you go in there, it's kind of like it's a sex app. Like,
Mhm.
everybody's posting dick pics, butt pics.
Really
Yes.
downloads.
Right. So this is a question too, Brittany. That just came to mind. So obviously married and things like that, and sometimes married couples or couples try things. So would you ever consider going on an app with Doug and y'all be like couple looking
Swinger
for
app.
a third, looking for a girl, looking for stuff?
Looking for another couple.
Okay, so
Can't wait for this answer.
this is what I was actually about to say,
drop
because
my mic.
ever since we've been talking about like threesomes on the show, him and I have been discussing stuff in that manner more and more. Now, we used to have trust issues in the beginning of the relationship, so it took me a long time to even get to the point where I'm at. And I'm like, I'm not sure if I would want to do a full threesome, but I might be willing to let a bitch suck your balls while I'm giving you head. And maybe we
Like,
Right.
It's only that.
Only
for now.
What if she like scooch to the shaft a little bit? Like,
push
just
her
like a
head
little
there.
bit.
I'm already be there. I deep throw.
Oh,
I'm
right.
throw go.
Oh,
Period.
Period.
So-
There's nothing to even.
Yeah, no.
Girl, it's
like,
nothing here for
you
you.
ain't gonna get
Right.
nothing but a lip. Yeah. So
And don't you dare go to
Right.
the gooch.
oh,
He gonna fire.
he'll hit her. Like, he don't like that. He'll hit her.
Yeah.
But if she wants to, that's between them. I don't care.
Right.
I,
But no,
like
that's
I said, I'm gonna work the
real.
shaft. But
That's real.
I was thinking to myself, like, how the hell is we gonna find a bitch
I just want to
that would just do that
Right.
anyway.
Just looking for a ball sucker.
Eventually, right?
just
So
touch me, girl. Just go on the app.
Looking for
Right. Eventually, I'm gonna
looking
have
for a ball sucker.
to do that.
The cutest, honey.
But
But
what
that
I
don't
was
matter what the lights are.
what I was gonna say is eventually we're gonna have to do that. But them apps was actually a part of our trust issues in the beginning. So
Yeah.
we gotta take some baby steps.
But I think
to that.
but I think
I'm definitely considering it.
even to your point of like just being able to like have the conversation, even if y'all are gonna do it, even if it happened tomorrow or it didn't happen in 10 years, but I think having a relationship where y'all communication is good enough where like at least we can talk about it without somebody getting offended or mad, and we can have this open communication is like
that's what
important.
I'm saying. Like, especially for us to have the issues that we had in the beginning to get to this point, be able to talk about that freely. We've been talking about it more and more. So eventually I'll probably have that story for y'all.
Right. We found a ball sucker.
Right.
Found a ball sucker, y'all.
Do y'all think that these apps prove that humans are not naturally monogamous?
I think it all depends on the couple and what rules they set out.
What couple or single person, whatever. Like,
yeah, I think it depends on the people.
You can go on there and explore your alter ego.
So I feel like
you never know.
Who's your alter ego?
Who's my alter ego? I ain't got one.
He don't need one. Child,
I don't need
Bertha
one.
was enough, honey.
What you see, what you get.
Understand. More than enough.
I'm just saying, you never know. People that are like maybe shy in real life, go on there and be a whole different person. I'd be like, this is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember receiving messages from certain people in the community that have been around us, like, you would never say that to me. And then I always find it weird too. This is another thing about the dating or sex apps. Like, if we're friends on Facebook and we're friends on like Twitter, Instagram, more appropriate apps, why are you asking me what's up?
You said Twitter.
Exactly.
Like Twitter ain't appropriate.
Twitter is not meant for that though. But you get my point.
Turned into that.
You get my point. Like, why you asking me what's up or what you doing today, Donnie? Like, you could have asked me on Messenger.
Right.
We were just at the same meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're on Facebook, that's a different
Right.
side.
Yeah, but I guess people do get a different type of like that alter ego, that different courage to like
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be your goddamn
Be
self.
yourself.
Because like I'm not messaging you on Facebook because this is who I am on Facebook, but who I am on Jacked is
Like, if you a freak,
is the
If you a freak
you
out,
could have inboxed me on my phone.
no, not these members that was inboxing me. They should have never inboxed me.
They shouldn't even try.
No, they should. I'm sorry to this man.
Don't
I
you
don't
hate
even know
when
this
you
man.
look at a
Sorry to
motherfucker
these
and be like,
men.
"Now you know, why you playing with me?"
No, that's what I felt about the Facebook dating app at first. Like, it was all these fat white men. I'm like, now you knew when you clicked like, I was gonna click no.
So does the Facebook dating does the dating app on Facebook like have elements of all the other dating apps, but it just very
It
Facebook
kind of reminds me of Tinder. Like, if I could compare it to another.
Like, you put what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm
Thank
like,
you,
nah.
friend.
Yo.
Joey P.
Hey, Joey.
But yeah, it kind of reminds me of Tinder. Like, it shows they ask you like real general questions that you answer, like what time of night do you like and why, and like what time of day do you like? Sorry.
I just left out. I was like, huh?
See, what is you asking me?
What kind of night? What kind of night you got?
What time of day? When I wake up, when the Lord blesses me, as soon as these eyes wake up, that's my favorite time. It's usually around 6 because I hate my alarm.
Oh, you got to be there early, friend.
My body been waking me up
I
at
don't get
3,
up
4
out that bed
o'clock
till
in the morning.
7:29. Got to be at work at 7:30.
That was me on the right. Because you friends with Ebony. I ain't got.
She's like, what was that?
Love you, Ebony.
Let me send this email to HR real quick.
Type this in real fast. I just started. Give me a break.
Right.
Shit.
I fucked them up at work this week because I worked at the beginning of the week instead of the end of the week. My manager was like, I was so happy when I saw you walk in. And then I realized it's Monday. And I was like, yeah, bitch, because I'm not going to be here at the end of the week. Remember that. I'm going to be gone. Be somewhere bouncing ass. And I
Bounce
said,
that ass,
like
girl. Shake them
Hey,
titties.
hey. All night.
So for those who also have had like apps Did you ever get like frustrated with your apps and delete, re-download, delete,
Yeah.
re-download?
All the
Is that
time.
a thing?
Yep.
All the time.
Hell, I do that on Facebook.
With Jack, it
Okay,
was like,
what made y'all do that? What's the
With
number
Jack,
one thing that
what-
makes you do that?
I would say with Jack, the number one thing that made me do it was like the same, the
Mhm.
same, the same, the
Mhm.
same. So I was
Boring.
like, child, I'm deleting this because all these niggas on here is the same niggas.
Mhm.
And like I will be in a relationship, break up. It'd be literally the same niggas on Jack. I'm like,
Right, the
damn.
same post,
Yeah.
same picture,
Same picture,
same
same-
space, in
same
the,
tattoo.
right?
I'm like, girl, I know what it
Same
is.
same distance
Hi,
away from you.
sister.
Yeah, like I think
Did
Jack.
you move
Right,
out that motherfucking
Right.
location?
right. You've been here
Not
since
like
I was
literally,
in
but did you
middle
like
school.
move your body?
No, some of the people stay in the same location, like they trapped in the closet.
Right. Jack's definitely the app that I definitely deleted the most. So I would say Grindr I kept the most consistently because I feel like Grindr, kind of what you were saying, Rocky, like at least for me it was the most user friendly
Mhm.
and like was just the easiest to navigate. So I would keep it.
Shout out to Grindr too, because I like how they have the HIV positive but undetectable feature on there too.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, that's nice.
they don't
All of
have like
Oh, you can put that as your profile.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you can
That's
say
nice.
that. Like they have like HIV positive, undetectable. They have transgender, male. Like they just are real respectful of the community. You know what I'm
Like, you
saying?
get what you want. You get what
Right.
you want. You get what you want.
And then
Man,
there's Jack.
that's a lot
Then
of
there's Jack
options to
like,
go through, though. Man,
Like, just put me in 3 of them.
okay.
and then Brittany. So I
get
guess
it.
with the app, even though you obviously haven't been on them, have you had any like girlfriends or like cousins or aunts or whatever that had these apps and you were able to see their experience?
I think my mom was on a dating app by accident,
Mine was too.
Oh,
but most
don't know.
most people know. I don't think so.
so Rocky, what date was your what app was your mom on?
Allegedly, I think it was like, I don't think it's an app. It was a website.
Oh.
She older, but I think it was tagged.
Okay, I heard it too.
Mhm.
I heard a tag too.
I think I heard of that.
She might have black planet too. I don't know. I don't want to know.
Black Planet. They
You
came,
don't,
they
but you
came
talk
back.
about your mom.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
Everything we say here is alleged.
it might not be my biological
Right.
mom.
Right.
Alleged.
We need an allegedly.
My mom doesn't watch the show
Allegedly.
anyway. We're too raunchy for her.
Yeah, my mom just found out. I finally met up with my mom.
Thank God.
Well, yes.
I
So
was
shout
told
out
my
to
friend-
Glenda
They
Carter.
always make up eventually,
Glenda.
so I just let them go.
Of
through
course,
the
on my
motions.
Good
behalf.
witch.
Of course, but
As long as it
it's
happened.
okay.
As long as it happened.
True.
So was your mom named after Glenda
witch.
from the Wizard of Oz? Yep. The Good Witch. Glenda the
Not
Good
the
Witch.
one-
But you know what? Because you almost got me.
Glenda the Good Witch.
Just in case she's watching, we
Because
just
I'm
made
her
up.
favorite, so I'm gonna shut the hell up.
We just made up. She was named after a good witch.
And she treats me better than the king half the time.
She
So I'm
was
gonna
nice
shut
to
the
me.
hell up. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, she loved Jamal.
Nice to me. We was talking about
She
her.
loved Jamal. And she always referenced you too, Berto. She's like, Berto, that's the one that's on my refrigerator. Because the picture that you and I took at the.
That's me. Well, she hugged me during Rona, so I know it's real.
Right.
And
Yes.
she definitely scared. But
We love.
I know.
We love the mamas.
Yes, Miss Glenda, if you're watching, love you. But I know for a fact my mom is not on no dating apps. Like,
Yeah, it's sad. It's
My mom
sad.
definitely
Oh,
broke up
work
with a
that.
man for locking his doors too quickly when she got in the car. Because she was paranoid.
Swear to God.
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah,
Like,
she was
when
like,
they
"Why are you
got
trying
in,
to trap me?"
She is a hard woman to date, honey. You know, she's
She's
no.
like,
Oh,
"You're
that's
trying to trap
true.
me? Like you? Like I literally just got in the car. Why did you lock the door?"
You want to talk about paranoid?
We're about to pull off.
We want to talk about paranoid and dramatic. I love my mama, but ooh.
So how would you react if you saw your mom on a mom parent or any type?
I'll
of,
be like, "Mama, get your life."
I
On
would
the
think
app.
somebody
Time.
stole her pictures.
I would think that too initially. I would too.
I had to call her
I would
girlfriend like,
too.
"Ma, is this you on the app?"
It's like, yeah,
Make
baby.
sure.
This you on Tinder?
And if
girl.
she says yes, I'm hanging up and deleting it.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
believe Crystal.
I believe in letting my parents be great. I don't like when kids be like acting like their parents aren't human. Like, yeah, mama gonna get her life in, all of that. Like, mama, do your stuff. If my mama was open enough to me to be like, yeah, I'm finna go do that, I'd be like, mama, get your life,
Yeah,
do your
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
To me, you a human too. So
But yeah, but it takes, I think, that building to it, like
Yeah.
you know, potentially, because if y'all didn't have that potential relationship, the
But
growing
we
up,
don't. But
because
I'm gonna always be there to protect my mama anyway.
Mhm.
I don't play that about
Mhm.
Crystal. I done stabbed a nigga over her. Dead ass. I'm the
Yeah.
bulldog. I'm her bodyguard. I do not play that. I do not play with that
Same.
woman.
okay.
I be trying to fight grown men over her. I do
Yeah,
not
it
care
works.
at all.
Yeah.
It is a wrap. So nobody be on like Christian Mingle or nothing.
I am.
Girl, we trying to meet up hashtag.
Right.
Right. Get some of that
Yeah.
tutorial.
Trying to get that tax free check.
Okay.
Hello?
Get that.
I need to sign up.
Right quick.
I'm gonna sign up as thicker than the Bible.
Ooh.
That's gonna be my.
That's gonna be a Christian Mingle.
Yes, my
Thicker than the
Christian Mingle
Bible.
gonna be thicker than the Bible.
That's
Yeah,
accurate.
the King James version.
They're watching this and you're banned.
Already.
We'll
Before you
send-
make
we'll
a
send you your
profile.
final dues in the mail. Matter of fact, here's our cash app.
Him right there. Don't let him sign.
Make
up.
sure you pray.
Right there. Right there.
Amen.
Because I'm thinking, what? So there's Tinder, there's Christian Mingle, there's Grindr,
Do y'all
there's
really-
Bumble, there's
Let's
Hornet.
talk about on Christian.
I was
Okay,
just gonna ask that.
Like, what church do you go to?
Right.
Well, you know what? I'm
Christian
Baptist.
faith.
You
Right,
know
I'm Baptist. I'm Catholic. Okay. Well,
They claim some
I'm
people really
Baptist.
be meeting people on there. What about that one with the commercial?
this will be.
Black people meet.
Oh, black people meet.
Man,
Yeah.
Christian Mingle.
I think I've tried that before.
Wait, do y'all remember before the dating apps? Like,
Them numbers.
Yes!
Yes.
interactive
Yes,
mail.
Hotline numbers.
I was too scared to
Listen,
call
me
it.
and my cousin Chantel used to
That's what
stay
I
on them
mean.
hotlines.
That's
We used
what
to
I
make
mean.
niggas bring us food and all types
Okay.
of shit. We used to
Wait,
know
interactive
people like,
mail.
what you doing on here? That shit used to be
They
crazy.
came up with interactive
All
mail.
the time, every night,
Uh-uh.
late
Yes.
night.
They came up,
Clowning.
and then I used to get on. It was another black one, like that. You were supposed to be straight, but my voice hadn't matured yet. So I used to get on the female line and try to like talk to dudes.
I'm praying for you.
You don't have to pray for me no more. I'm not 12.
You're not what?
Give us an example of what your line was. Go.
What you mean?
Do the voice.
No, I don't have. I have
Do
too
the
much.
line.
I have too much bass in my
Well,
voice.
de-escalate.
I have hair to the middle of my back.
Should have come on my tits.
You know what?
I look like
remember
Janet Jackson.
when his voice finally changed. My
Come on, my
mama
tits.
teased this man for a good 10 years after that. Like, oh my God, Akeem, your voice is so deep.
And then it got deep. Like it
Irritating.
didn't just get deep. It got deep because
Real
I used to talk like this. Like, oh my God, Brittany.
Yes.
Oh my God, if you still talk like that, I would
Super
laugh every time you opened your mouth.
Dude.
Dude, her mama never let me hear it down. She was always like,
Man.
"Put some bass in your voice, nigga."
She been teasing this
Just
man
like
his
that.
whole life, but they love him.
I love them too. And shout out to Margie. You know it's our birthday. Period.
Right.
Who?
So
Twin
that's her
dad.
grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my grandma, she had to remind my
Jamal ready
grandpa
for the
that we
night,
share
honey.
birthdays.
You ready for the
I
night?
got my
too?
pajamas.
Listen, I'm comfortable.
I hope y'all got y'all rest.
Huh?
I hope y'all got y'all rest.
Were
I
you
did
trying to
take
stay
a
up
nap
all
earlier.
night?
I
I'm not
didn't,
standing up.
but-
I'm gonna be the first one to sleep.
I didn't get my rest.
As
It
soon as
depends
I
on
get
how
drunk,
high I
I'm gonna be
am.
asleep.
It does depend on how much because I only got 4 hours last night, so it really does.
I didn't
depend.
get
I
much
don't
either. I had to
remember.
be
I
up
feel like
at
y'all
5
give
o'clock.
me
Yeah,
energy,
like
so I'm gonna be
I
up.
was dry to O'Hare.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be up for a minute a little bit, but
It's gonna be lit.
Cause y'all are like outspoken, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, let me get up
You-
there.
you're
After
not.
a few drinks.
I'm not outspoken.
Oh, interesting.
My sister
I didn't really
said
talk to
she's
nobody
loved
but
ever
you when I
since
came
we
to
were in
vibing.
grade school.
That is true.
And that's how it be.
And
My sister said
But I
she's
really
loved
get
you
to see
ever
you.
since we were in grade school.
period, Ashley, I love you too.
Yes.
Well, I will say that is true because one day Rocky came to me. This was the funniest shit ever. Rocky was like, "So is it a thing for like people to be in your business here? Like to ask you like random ass questions? Hey, and I told him like this person in particular. He's talking
Start with a T.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I always
Thomas.
say.
It's Thomas.
his
Everyone.
name is Thomas. Yeah, we call him Tom for short.
Yeah.
He's annoying as fuck. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah. Rhymes with Pim.
Do I?
Oh, I knew it.
Pim.
Oh.
Like, do weird shit like
Pim Jim.
no,
He's
don't
cool,
get me
but,
wrong.
like-
They be overworking time.
They do.
They overwork
Cause
time
I
like a
wanna do
motherfucker.
I
it.
like him.
But he allow it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a backbone.
I like Tom.
Amen.
So, but
Start
my
a-
thing
start a
is
business.
Tom really be
Tom
annoying
helped
me when I
Tom
be in
helped
my
me out one
zone.
time where nobody else helped me. And
I'm pretty sure he
I'm
did.
forever in debt to him.
Not forever in debt.
Well, at least until I buy him the lunch. I told him I was going to buy him.
I told him the same thing.
That's why he keep coming up to y'all.
I got you on lunch.
Looking at
When?
I'm going to buy him.
I
swear.
I am gonna buy.
Sure.
I'm gonna buy him lunch one day.
Sure.
One day, okay.
Hey, Donnie.
That's funny.
Like when I first got there, I thought he liked me because as much as he paid attention to me, but I realized that's just him.
Mm-hmm.
It irritated me though, because I'm like, leave me alone. Like, why you? What are you doing? Like, my
business.
Give me that.
Or like
Yeah.
just starting random. I don't like forced conversations.
Yeah.
I don't even like small talk. If
I
I
don't
don't
either.
feel like talking to you, then
I'm
stop
so
talking
quiet.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like small talk either because small talk to me is it's more awkward than silence.
Yeah.
Like, just let it be quiet.
Yeah.
Then-
Well, that's better than some of the people. They just walk up and they stare at you. I'd be like, "Can I help you?" Like, what
You
is
gotta
wrong
shout out
with
Rocky.
you?
Oh damn!
It
I
just
was-
Came and it went. Oh,
I'm just good at
Jari Gold.
walking away.
Hi, Jari. How's the kids? I'm just playing.
You don't even have kids.
He doesn't have kids. I say that to everybody.
That
How's the
was
kids?
just like when I
Kids
walked out. I was
great.
like, "Oh, is this your hair?" He was like, "No." I was like, "For real?" "Oh, okay." And then I just sat down. And it was like, "That is his hair." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm high. You're not gonna get much of a reaction from me." I don't know.
No. And another question just kind of came to mind as well too. Kind of, I guess, going back to the dating app. Do you think that dating apps have taken away from people's ability to have like in-person interactions with people and meeting
No.
people?
For sure.
I would hope not.
I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
would
so.
say for sure.
I
don't
think it
think so.
depends on the person.
I think
Like their
it's-
ability to.
Yeah, or
I
like
would say
even
for
just
sure,
wanting
yeah.
to.
No,
It's to
I think it's.
It's to the point where you don't even know how to interact in real life.
No,
like-
to me, friend, I have to. Excuse me,
That's
oppose
not
you.
everybody though. You
because
still know how to interact.
I
in
would
person.
say
You don't
that
know how to interact in person.
I feel like the dating apps give you the courage. Some people, because if I want to talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you. But it gives some people the courage to even have that person-to-person interaction that you would have never had it not been for the dating app. So to me, it doesn't take away from it because had it not been for them, you might have not. You'll be 55 years old before you realize that so-and-so had a crush on you back in the day, and have to wonder whether or not that was who you were supposed to be with.
Yeah. And I think it just depends on the approach too. I think it depends on
I
the
think it's a
Celebration.
mixture. I think it's a mixture.
50-50. I'm 50-50
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Thanks
You
for
go
that.
ahead.
Yeah, I think
it
it's
depends
a-
on the person.
Yeah,
I
it
do
depends.
think
Love story.
there are
I
some
wait
people that
80
let it
years.
get to them and affect them.
Not
but there's
80
some
years.
people who,
Not the
you
lady
know,
from Titanic.
Right.
Right.
Not the vow.
I'm not throwing no motherfucking back in the
Right.
ocean.
Rocky, you about to say something?
No, I said it's a mixture because if you think about it, like on a deeper standpoint, being a part of like the LGBT community and being black and brown, we kind of have to like find ways to get acquainted with like other people in the community because it's not prevalent because of society. And so that's why the apps are like, because we can't just go to the gas station and be like, oh, what's up? Boom.
Right.
Because we have to worry about our safety like
Right.
24/7.
Bitch, I ain't
And so that's why the app, right. And it's like, well, excuse me.
I just
look
think
like
you're
it. I'm
cute.
just
And I be thinking back because sometimes you'll look at guys or whatever, you stare, or even if you just think they're attractive, but like I just think you're attractive.
Wait, do
so
y'all
I
think
can't look at you.
stares mean certain things? Like
Yeah.
if it's a certain extent of amount of time in the
Yeah, if you
stare?
keep.
I
looking
try
at
not to. I try to think.
I think
I
they
hate when
do.
people stare at me because I'm like, excuse me, but that's just me being like,
Well,
I
don't like
try-
when kids stare at me. I get mad.
Now, you know what's funny? I get more upset when kids do it as opposed to adults. I try not to think negatively when an adult does it. I try to think, well, maybe they think I'm cute or something. Maybe they think,
I think they're like fucking me in their mind.
maybe they trying to remember.
Like, literally.
Right, maybe they think I'm
somewhere.
Sarah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I be trying not to think the worst because I hate also when you might be looking at somebody and they like, what, bitch? And I'm like, damn.
Right.
I like your earrings, hold my
Right.
bad.
I
Like,
think that's
the
a Milwaukee
fuck?
thing.
Yeah.
Because when you go southern, like when you go to the South or like the West Coast, like I love California. It's like a second home. they're way more nicer. Like,
They're used to people.
yeah,
Right.
they're
They're
more.
used
It's
to
a
being
lot of
beautiful.
people there, so they're gonna be like, "Hi, how are you?" or blah blah blah. But here it's like, "What the fuck are you looking
be
at?"
Like, your wig look nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might not be staring at you.
Mhm.
It might be something.
That's
else.
interesting.
All your life you had to fight. Just say
I will say because from both ends, I get what y'all saying. Because from one end, I do stare at people. Like there was this girl, she was so pretty, dark skinned, pretty girl, and I was staring at her, and I couldn't take my eyes off of her. Like I would look away because she was like, I feel like she wanted to be like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" But then I don't like when it's done to me. Like I be like,
I try not to trip.
If I feel like I'm gonna get to that point, I'm gonna just say the compliment. Because if you get slick with me, then it's like, never mind, I'm gonna get slick with you.
Don't think about like that girl when you was barking up the wrong tree.
Right.
so
Yeah, but I think
some tempers in this room.
I
But
think
And one house for the weekend.
Just grab her wig and just fix it.
But we gonna get along.
We need a cameraman.
we're
This
gonna
is not bad girl
we're gonna
stuff.
cover the cameras and
I
miss
don't
the
know,
audio.
camera-
We're gonna
Cover
Real
the
Housewives
camera.
of Atlanta motherfucking moment, okay?
Cover
Right.
the cameras.
And if anybody pull a Kenya,
Yes.
you're done.
Listen.
Right.
Hello?
Listen.
If I
No
hear
security
anything
guard.
from
Listen.
anybody about this trip,
Shout out to my bitch Pork.
I brought my NDA.
period.
And you know that
Right.
I'm trying to say I didn't see no NDA come across my desk.
Yes, Kenya said that.
But
We
you were
are
sitting
on
with
a
the
You
group.
signed a motherfucking NDA when you said what you said on camera. That
Is that because you verbally
You
agreed
verbally
with the
agreed
rest
to
of the
everything
women
staying
not
there,
to say nothing?
girl.
Child.
What happens at the beach house?
Stays
Damn.
at the beach
I
house.
already
Next
confessed to Doug that we
motherfucking
skinny dipping.
That's
Right.
right.
So we're the same thing. I'm skinny dipping. I'm not there to hide.
Exactly. I showed her, listen,
Like, I'm going to do
bucket
what I wanted to
naked
do.
Bucket naked.
in the
Bucky
water.
naked.
Oh, y'all talking about skinny dipping?
Yes.
I'm gonna be there for more support.
Bucket naked.
You're gonna
When
hand
Alex
me.
is saying
You're gonna
it,
hand me
I
my
said, like,
towel.
once you have your drinks, you're jumping in.
We'll see.
I just gotta make sure my wig tied down.
I know.
He knew
A friend.
Neck.
Shout
Well,
out to
Berto
Love
was the first one. Like,
Textures.
I'm down.
Hand me
I'm
the
down,
shower
but it's
cap
definitely
first.
gonna be neck down because this line will not come back out that water.
Yes, you better say
Right.
that, okay?
I'll get out and the line will be
It's
Look,
serious.
Right.
I'm not dunking either.
Not the line
I'm not
is
sure
low.
about this diet.
Right.
Listen.
That fish gonna
The
be
lake gonna
looking
be
real
red.
There's
crispy.
them. Oh, we're gonna have to do that after the club or something. Like,
Get down, bitch.
All right, but it's gonna be lit, and we are getting to that time where production's telling us to wrap up.
Oh, this was
man,
pretty fun.
And, definitely gonna have you back again soon.
Literally, like, cut it.
Right.
He
But-
definitely sitting right here.
Right.
That's
But
right in our face.
that was, our episode on dating apps. I hope
Thank you
everybody
for the
enjoyed
cut,
that.
right?
You can learn something new, or maybe you didn't learn none at all. Maybe it brought back memories and all that good stuff. But once again,
We're finna go
are-
pop these asses in circles.
Exactly. And it
It's
was
a real
nice.
nigga 30th birthday.
What's the best app,
I have a
y'all?
closing speech.
What's the best dating app right now?
Not to close this speech.
I do. I was gonna be nice
What is
to
it?
you too.
What would you say is the best one? Grinder.
Okay, well, I'll let him be nice.
Grinder. We
When I
concluded
get on
Grinder.
Grinder, it's over for you.
Over.
I think you should get on Tinder, friend, if you're gonna get on one.
Yeah,
Tinder?
No.
Then I'm getting on Christian Mingle. I'm gonna turn all them pastors out. Period.
Wow, they probably already turned out.
And now,
Catch me on the motherfucking dating app near you. Period.
Catch
Hey.
everybody
Wait.
on Grinder.
hold on. Rocky had a closing statement, and I don't know if it's gonna be. Go ahead.
Real or
Close
not.
your mouth.
Close your mouth and
No,
open your ears.
No, I wanted to thank you guys for having me on. This was amazing. Happy birthday to Donnie, I guess. This was a great episode. I got to meet you for the first time. I got to meet you for the first time.
I was like, for the first time again.
No, but make sure
Y'all
y'all.
was at the Megan concert, weren't y'all?
I wasn't. I stayed at the house.
Him at my birthday last year. She was the one who took us to the house party.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
was
but-
drunk, though.
You had on overalls. You
I
so
was
fine.
extremely drunk. Shout out to Donnie.
Rocky
Make
had
sure
it.
y'all tell Donnie happy
Oh, yeah, we're
birthday.
getting off track.
Yes. Well, happy
Had a
birthday
great time.
again, Donnie. And we about to get
Oh,
out
that's
of
just
here.
the beginning, period.
See y'all
All
later.
right,
Thanks for
y'all. This
tuning
is
in.
the end. Thanks for tuning
Thank y'all for having me.
in.
See y'all
Happy
next
birthday,
week.
friend.